What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog.
Hey, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right?
Check it out. GTS style hood. This thing looks sick. So first off, shout out to my buddy Eldridge who did this hood on his car. It looks so good. I knew I had to do it. We're just waiting for Lewis to show up and we're gonna put the hood in the Scion. How's that for timing? Hood isn't gonna fit in this car, so we're gonna go to Sensational and do all the installation. What up, bro?
How are you?
Brought the hood wagon. So we're gonna throw the hood in here and head over to Sensational and do the install. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go down as far as the install is concerned, but we're also gonna do the wrapping and everything at the same time, so.
With bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
How are you gonna drive?
Oh, we got plenty up there. We're golden.
Are we? Just imagine Lewis crammed under that. All right, got it in. Cool. I've never actually installed a hood before not on the F30s. I've installed hoods on other cars, but not on the F30. So it should be interesting just to go through the whole installation process, and then obviously we're just gonna wrap it same color as the car. We do have some red, black KPMF iridescent left over from the wrap, but yeah, I think that this hood is such a clean option to just going with something that's a little bit different than the stock hood and a little bit more aggressive and also not crazy expensive. It's only like a $600 hood. So if you got carbon, it would be way, way more than that. I also knew that I didn't really want to have an exposed carbon hood, so I would end up just wrapping it or painting it anyways. So there's really no point in me doing a full carbon hood. I guess weight savings, you could say, but I'm not really too concerned about weight savings in this car. So this was the most viable option in terms of getting a different hood setup. And I really, really love how the GTS hood is just minimally different. Like it just has a little bit more of a scoop and that vent in front. You could say that it helps cool the engine as well, I suppose. I don't really know if it actually benefits the cooling that much, but it does look really, really good. So I'm curious to see how the fitment is, the installation process, all of that. You definitely want to make sure you have one other person helping you though when you do the install of a hood, because you need to hold it while you're taking off the other one and putting on the new one. You definitely need another person. A little bit cooler here in North Carolina today. Those burbles sound great though. Ah, yes. Turbo weather. Well, M235. I like it, man. Looks good. Love your channel, bro. That's just like something you never get used to, is like seeing subscribers and people who follow your content, your channel out on the road in other BMWs. YouTube is just such an incredible tool that like you can just reach so many different people. I just love it, man. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about the OG F30 hoods, if you guys are planning on buying one on October 19th, that's when the drop is. The hoods are only gonna be on sale for 48 hours. So 48 hours, the store opens for the OG hoods. Buy them then. If you want them then, get them then. Probably won't be selling them again for like another year just because of the way that I have to source them. It's a lot of work. So the store is literally just gonna be open for 48 hours, get it then. And that's the last time you're gonna hear me talk about it. But any of you guys who do support the channel and purchase decals or apparel or whatever, I really appreciate it. It really helps me to be able to do what I do, make this content for you guys and just keep this dream going. So thank you so much. All right, pulling up to Sensational. Hey, got the old Chameleon Lexus out here. All right, we got the hood on the stand. There she sits, super aggressive. Got the hood open on the F30. So these gotta come out, these just screw out pretty easy, the latches. And then these, you gotta pry these out. They have like two little rivet things that you pop out. Pull that out, pull that out. A couple of bolts down here. I'll tell you what they are once I figure it out. And then this whole assembly stays on the car because it's actually part of it. You don't need to take that off. And then these are just little plastic clips. Pop, 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 pop. Pull that out, and then we'll transfer over the new hood. It's definitely more aggressive. Thing is sick. It also comes with this little grill piece that we put in right here, but we'll put that in after we wrap everything. So as you guys know, we have the Tuner Evo show coming up on the 26th of this month, October. I'm going with a bunch of buddies, and that is part of why I'm changing some things up in the look. This isn't the only thing I'm changing up though. We have a couple more things coming. So I'm hoping to change up the style just a little bit, make it a little bit more aggressive, nothing too insane, but just a little bit more flair to make it unique and new-ish for the upcoming show. So the little bolts right here, we hold the hood on, 13 mil. So all of the washer, fluid, mechanism, plastic things just pop right out. Just pull them out. Be careful, they're plastic, they can break. Probably use a trim tool to get in there, might make it a little bit easier. So he's just popping out these little plastic pieces for these def hood stopper dealios. Whoa, sick, dude. Hood delete. Hood delete, brah. We're going for the real weight savings, guys. Should we just send it, just like this? So here's the old hood, new hood, old, new. Way more aggressive. This old hood is like mint though. This thing's in good condition. Oh, dude, turn this idiot off the TV. Seriously? You guys, Lewis started a sensational YouTube channel. I'm gonna link it down below. Make sure you go subscribe. All right, so we did notice there are some tiny little like paint bumps or whatever. If you were painting the hood, the body shop would sand that down anyways, but in our case, we're wrapping it, and this will show up in the wrap. These little discrepancies will show up in the wrap, so we're gonna go ahead and sand some of these down, just so it's nice and smooth. There's only a couple of them, so we're just gonna go ahead and sand some of that stuff down, get it just a bit smoother for the wrap. Getting those nibbles out, dude. Right?
1500.
1500 grit?
Yep. I just got it on a foam block.
Make it nice and smooth.
Yep, just gliding. And it's knocking them down real easy.
Perfect. All right, so we'll show you the fitment in a second here, but we've got these little guys in there, that in there, the two latches, and then obviously the bolts, and then we did all of the plastic pieces. For this little plastic piece, the hole that it goes into was a little bit too tight, so we just took a razor blade and cut some of the plastics real easy. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory, just pops right in, but we're gonna go ahead and close it with the latches that we put in and make sure that everything sits properly, and we'll go from there. All right, so if you guys are interested on how you actually adjust your hood, there's this little guy, and then your latches, you can turn those too if you just pull down the plastic piece. Just screw it in and out, and then that'll bring it closer or further. So you just line them up, make sure they're even on both sides. And then there's this one too for the middle. In my case, mine is already all the way down, so we don't need to adjust that. But the fitment looks good. All right, you guys, so a few of you have asked before how to adjust that gap from bumper to hood, and I just did it on mine. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. You're gonna use a T25 for this end guy, that end guy, and then a T30 for these in here. So in my situation, these two on the inside were fine. The gap on the inside was fine, but the outside gap was a little too much. So we loosen that one, loosen that one, loosen that one, push it in a little bit, loosen that, loosen that, loosen that, loosen that. Push it in a little bit, and now it sits good. Bam. Solid fitment all the way through. So I'm gonna show you guys the actual fitment of the hood. It's kind of hard to tell like the gap right now because it's black versus red. Once we wrap it, it's gonna look a lot better. But I will show you the gap. Gap is solid. Perfect gap on this side. Dude, look at how aggressive this thing looks. Oh my God, it looks so good. Same on this side, looks so good. The fitment honestly, the fitment is like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. It's really, really good for an aftermarket hood. So, dude, also, this is really sick. I got that carbon coming through, son. Should I leave it exposed? What do y'all think? Comment down below. All right, so we're good. Everything is solid. This wasn't that bad. The whole assembly and everything really wasn't that bad. Dude, look at how sick this looks. Oh my God, it's gonna look so good wrapped. All right, so real quick, before we start the wrapping, I'm gonna show you guys everything that we adjusted. We adjusted the fender bolts, one there, and one up front. We adjusted this side. I came this way on this side. Then we also adjusted, obviously, the actual hood bolts. We moved everything over that way. We adjusted the depth of the latches. We adjusted the bumper. And then we adjusted this side a little bit to go in on this side and out on that side. But overall, the fitment, man, it looks really good. Looks really good. I'm super happy with it. All right, so we're gonna move on to the wrapping portion of this. All right, so Lewis is over here measuring it out. Red, black, iridescent for all of you, everyone who comments on every single photo, asking what it is. KPMF, red, black, iridescent. Piece is cut. Now we're just gonna put it on this Domino's car and just go ahead and bake some pizzas. Dude, could you imagine? Thick whip, version 4.0, Domino's? Thin or crispy? Thin or thick? Thick, thick, dude, thick. So this is the little vent that goes in here, like so. So you can still see the carbon flex through the vent. But the only problem is everything else in the car is gloss black. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have this painted. I'm gonna have this painted gloss black to match all the other gloss black. Most of the sides and the front done. I'm just pushing all this air out. And then lastly, you guys can kind of see a color difference because the rest of the car is ceramic coated. So it looks a lot deeper in the rest of the car. So we're gonna go ahead and ceramic coat the top too, so it matches it, and obviously ceramic coating is just the way to go. Just about there. Are you kidding me? Like, what, dude? It looks so good. So you can see this has got to get painted. But dude, look at how freaking cool this looks. It's so aggressive. So aggressive. So we just put it on. We didn't clean anything yet. We got to clean all the stuff off, but we just finished up the wrap part. Once the vinyl cools off a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and put on the ceramic coating. This is so sick. It just fits the body lines of this car so well. All right, laying on that ceramic. Get her nice and dark. Oh, look at it. You can tell right away. Yeah, this fitment is really good for aftermarket. I've bumped my score up to a 9. I'm sitting on a 9 with my score. Like, it took us, I don't know, 15-20 minutes of adjusting, but we got the gaps perfect. Gap around the front. Money. Gap on the side. Money. So yeah, for the price of this hood, this is a strong option. And if you guys are gonna wrap it, make sure you sand it. Like, that sanding part that he brought up was critical to this wrap laying well without it being all lumpy. So that's the only eyesore right there. And on Monday, I'm gonna have that painted gloss black to match my gloss black. And then once we do that, we are golden. Tuner Evo, here I come. Man, it looks good. Just the body lines on this thing are just sick. Like, what? So clean, man. There's the ceramic line that he's putting on. Look at how much different that looks. So that just takes you from obvious wrap to paint. Like, it just looks like paint. just got done with the ceramic. Bro, this hood looks so sick. I mean, this thing, it just brings out the body lines. The body lines on the hood just work so well with the way that this car is set up. Jeez. It's just subtle. It's not like too crazy. Nothing too wild. Just subtle. If you guys are interested in this hood, there's gonna be a link down in the description to where you can get it. I bought mine, it showed up within a week, which is really fast for a hood. And the fitment's like a 9. Like honestly, the fitment is not bad at all on an aftermarket hood like this. I thought it was gonna be, we thought we were gonna be doing a lot more work. Wasn't that bad at all. So all you have to do is just make sure that you do a little bit of sanding on it, get out some of those bumps, and obviously if you're gonna have it at a body shop, they're probably gonna do that anyways, but I just think it's such a good addition to the thick whip. Huge shout out to Sensational, Lewis over at Sensational. Huge thank you to those guys for doing all the work. If you guys need any ceramic coating, wrapping, tinting, detailing, any of that stuff, make sure you come over to Sensational. All right, let's throw you guys some photos.
There is no area for my thoughts. Turn off your phone and come looking for me. Let's do an IRL hide and seek.
All right, so aside from how dope this hood looks, it sounds amazing. Yes, sound, because it has that hood vent, and the hood vent is literally sitting on top of the intake. So the turbo noise and like the blow-off valve, the diverter valve, all of the whooshing is amplified, like so much more. I literally just got in the car, was driving home, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to film this because it sounds unreal. Hopefully this translates well in video, but listen to this. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's so much louder. Hopefully you guys can hear that, but it sounds so good with that vent there. Everything just breathes. Plus it's like crisp air out, and herbals are just going nuts right now. I gotta be dead honest with you. Like, I didn't think that this hood would be that big of a change or like big reflection on the way that this car looks or just like its overall like attitude. Dude, the hood is a game changer. Like, I'm not a big fan of exposed carbon hoods. I just think that that's like a little bit too gaudy, but the aggressive body lines with the paint match or like the wrap match, it's like the perfect in between. It looks like it could be like factory OEM, like an M3 or M4 GTS, but it's not. It's just a little bit more aggressive. Dude, I absolutely love it. I was telling Lewis back at the shop, out of all of the things that I've purchased for this car, for some reason this one feels really satisfying. And it really like wasn't that expensive to get the hood and like ship it here. It's not like a carbon hood, so it wasn't $1,000+. So honestly, for the price, the fitment, the quality, like, dude, it's solid. Like, I really like this hood. I also like the fact that it's metal, so you know it's super durable, and it's basically just like an OEM replacement. All things considered, and for the cost and like how fast they got it here, and just the installation like was not bad at all. I'm honestly really impressed with this purchase. So like I said before, if you're rocking an F30 and you're looking for like a decent upgrade for not too much money, dude, this hood is where it's at. Like, all of these mods that I'm doing right now, I'm doing them because I want the car to look a little bit different for Tuner Evo. Like, this is all for Tuner Evo. I got a couple more things coming, but I think it's going to set this car apart. So if you guys are interested in picking one up, link is down in the description. Go ahead and grab a GTS hood for your F30. Dude, game changer in my opinion. Totally happy with the product. Easy to install, quick shipping, good fitment. I honestly have nothing to complain about. Totally satisfied with my purchase. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video. Tell me what you think about it. You like the hood? Hate it? Whatever. Just drop your comments down below. But just like that, this video is over, and I'm out. Peace.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a